huge dispute, we know, behind the scenes between the Labour leader, Sir Keir Starmer, after the Labour Party did not win the Uxbridge by-election, which they expected to, and the London Mayor, Sadiq Khan, over his ultra-low emission zone, which he wants to expand. £12.50 a day. People don't like it. Denis McShane is with us, the former Labour minister. Dennis, it was Labour's to lose, and they blew it.
I'm not sure. We've never won Uxbridge. Under the great Harold Wilson, under the wonderful Tony Blair.
We're never going to win it now.
No, that's true. Now, Carol's right on that point. I canvassed 2 weeks ago in Uxbridge. I saw every driveway with...
That's why they lost.
Well, it was raining, so not many people talked to me. But every driveway had at least 3 cars on them.
Yeah.
And I tweeted at the time saying, I'm very worried that ULEZ may cost us this election.
And you were
Nobody
right.
took any notice. But let's be quite real. Half of those cars were Teslas. None of the modern cars will have to pay the ULEZ thing.
Starmer's senior advisers have been advising him for months that ULEZ is toxic and it's going to lose you the election. And he ignored that. And then he suddenly discovers it on last week. And then he blames Khan for it.
I think, yes, I think that was not right. Plain fact is, Boris Johnson introduced ULEZ. He also said that we'd have to go get all our fossil fuel cars off the roads by 2030. In Spain, where there was an election last night, where the socialists did very well, it's 2050.
Right.
Well, this is a point. This is Boris is never around when he has to take responsibility.
He's the former MP. Now, let's bring into the conversation Susan Hall, who is the recently nominated Conservative candidate to be Mayor of London next May. Susan Hall, good morning. Congratulations on your nomination. This potentially is the best chance for the Tories to win back London from Sadiq Khan, because people can't stand this ultra-low emission zone and they particularly object to it being expanded.
Absolutely right. And actually, I think they can't stand Sadiq Khan either. It's not just a case of the ultra-low emission zone. It's a situation with the police under special measures, the fire brigade under special measures, and this mayor does not listen to what any of Londoners are saying. And that's the problem we've got. It's not just the ULEZ, it's all the other things that contribute to this mayor being so ineffective.
It's his hypocrisy as well, isn't it? You know, a few weeks ago, he was just saying that the ULEZ expansion couldn't be dropped because the air in London was so toxic, children's lungs were rotting, it was causing asthmatic conditions for people. If he does a U-turn now, which is looking like he might...
He won't.
Does that mean he doesn't care about children's lungs anymore?
No, I mean, the person who doesn't care about Susan... I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Let Susan Hall answer, then we'll bring Denis McShane in. Susan.
I don't think he will back down on it. He's very stubborn. He's put his foot down. He's said all along he wants to do it. I personally would be very surprised if he does. The court case will hopefully come out with some sort of verdict by the end of this week. Even then, I would be very surprised if he changed his mind, because he's just not listening to anybody.
Denis McShane, it is a problem for Labour,
very simply, I'm going down after this programme to look after my 6-month-old granddaughter, second one. The idea that any Tory candidate for London should say, like Susan is, that she should grow up in the most polluted city in Europe, second only to Turkey, from respiratory illnesses thanks to air pollution, I think is unacceptable. Now, there's a compromise. There's tons of compromise. And I agree, Sadiq has been playing politics. Mr. Keir has been playing politics. Trust me, Susan, trust you. By the time of the election, your election, which you'll lose next May, plus then the general election, this will be sorted out within the Labour Party.
Dennis, if Khan goes ahead with this, he's going to be pitting himself against every Labour MP and candidate that wants to get
Which is why, as I said, it's already the deal's been done behind the scenes, and I can tell you, I love the idea of Tories saying, scrap everything, continue air pollution, let the little Londoners die.
You're distorting what Tories are saying, so let's hear Susan Hall.
Yes, he is. Thank you very much. If you look at TfL's own impact assessment about the ULEZ expansion, it says it will make virtually no difference at all. Now, I don't know why you're ignoring that, because it's important. We need to look at little areas of hotspots where there are issues, and there's plenty of money to do this. But if you look at the amount of money Sadiq Khan has thrown at this, he's not going to back down. He should do. It's taxpayers' money, and it will make very, very little difference, except to poor families who simply cannot cannot afford to replace their
Suzanne,
vehicles.
I agree
And if
with
you've
you.
been knocking on as many doors as I
Somebody else
have,
talk?
you would know that.
Let me just, before I bring
Suzanne-
Dennis, just find it very briefly, Susan. I think it's a stealth tax because we know already the ULEZ has brought in £440 million in fines. 440 million.
Incredible.
She'll agree with you. Can I?
Yes, well, I asked the TfL commissioner how much money was going into the budget that he thought they would make out of this. 200 million. You're absolutely right, Andrew. This is nothing but a tax from this dreadful mayor.
Right, let's respond to the dreadful mayor.
Very, very dreadful. I sat in the House of Commons when I saw Tories attacking the idea of a Pakistani bus driver's son becoming mayor of London. It was disgusting. A dreadful mayor and this horrible insults. Nobody calls you dreadful, Susan. I respect you. You should respect the elected mayor of London.
Yes, they do.
But let me finish. I'm just delighted to hear somebody quoting the TfL blob as a source of all wisdom. It's a Tory. I mean, look, it's going to be sorted out.
TfL's in debt to 13 billion, but anyway.
Well, that's because the government won't
Sadiq
fund
Khan.
them. The government won't give them their funding. That's another story. Honestly, trust me, this is dying away
Dennis,
as we
we've got to go.
speak. And this route will go to
I'm telling
Cal.
you, it won't go. And Susan Hall, thank you for joining us and congratulations again on your nomination. Dennis McShane, thank you.